Hey guys, welcome back to the Snapper Chronicles. Today we're coming back at you with a tool haul video. Okay, this is stuff I've picked up, I would say probably in the last 2 weeks or so. Stuff I've picked up at garage sales and other stuff I picked up retail. But before we jump into it, if you find these videos at all helpful or entertaining, could you please give me a like? And also subscribe to this channel. Alright, so let's jump into it. I found this hammer, retail. It's a Craftsman hammer, and it seems like people want these hammers. It's a 33092 Craftsman USA. Not sure who made it, but it has... I usually don't pick up hammers, but if I see an interesting feature in a hammer, I pick it up. It has like this metal collar over here that the hammer head itself goes over. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And this I think I paid $5 for. So I got this hammer. And I picked up another hammer. This is a Plomb. Not Plomb, but Plomb. This is the company, I guess, that Plomb, Plomb, had problems with, and they had to change their name to Proto. Way back in the 40s or whatnot. This is a 16-inch hammer. Looks a little bit beat up. Not beat up, more rusted than anything. I don't think I paid $7 for this. I think I paid half of that. And I thought it was made in the USA, but when I looked it up, they're made in China now. And I picked this up at a garage sale. Maybe I'm not sure, paid $2 for it. It's a cobbler's or shoemaker's tool. It's kind of I guess some sort of pliers that I guess picks or pulls something, and it has like a hammer head on it. This one looks like it didn't come with the hammer head originally welded like that. Looks kind of not the greatest job. I think these hammerheads could be removed and replaced. I see like a hole there on the other end, but someone, I guess, got tired of it loosening up and just welded it on there. The interesting thing about this is that it has a W in a diamond there, and as we know, that's Williams. So kind of an interesting tool from Williams, kind of a multi-tool. At the end it has like another tack puller or something. So kind of interesting. At a garage sale I picked this up. It says $12, but I think I paid I don't know, $5 for it. And it's a Craftsman mechanical, one of those mechanical screwdrivers, and this one's made in West Germany. It says there, West Germany. And this one doesn't have the switch that goes up and down. This one you twist this portion of the handle here, and that's how it changes directions. I always like these because it has like this cool thing where it holds down the shaft, but if you open it, it springs it springs open like some sort of I don't know, switch screwdriver. I got that. I picked up these Craftsman Robo Grips. This one needs a dip in the evapor rust. Whenever I see these, I kind of pick them up. I kind of like these. Harbor Freight makes something similar to this, made in China, that I think I did a review a while back, but these were made in USA. Craftsman Professional. Here's another tongue and groove. This one definitely needs some evapor rust. But from the pin and the slot there, you see like the slot has a lip. These remind me a lot of those Craftsman style pliers. Those just regular pliers but that pin and slot is almost the same as those slip joint type pliers that Craftsman had. Not sure who made these. I can't make out which company this is, but if I had a bet, I would say that's Craftsman. And I picked up these channel locks. They look pretty good. The blades look pretty good shape. I don't see any damage in there, but there's some damage on the handle, the blue part here. It's like it got smushed, and there's a good amount of pitting. This is 436, and I don't know, I paid maybe $1 for that. Here's a Williams S wrench. It's a 662G, and you know me, I always like my Williams. This is the old Williams, where it had the Williams with the diamond and the W below it, and it had the old sizing system, I guess. Also, had like had a SAE size and an OC size. Not sure what those old sizes were. And funny thing, I found another long 1/4 inch extension. Remember, I think on the last tool haul I had the same exact one, but that one was Plomb. This one I found a Proto, the same exact model, but the only thing is that the Plomb had a nice engraving, and this looks like it has like a not so great laser etching on it, which I don't really like that much because they fade and it's hard to read. But it's funny how years and years later they're still making the same model with the same number. What else? I think retail, I found this in a bag. It's a Heiko, made in Germany. Where is the made in Germany? If they have made in Germany. But I'm pretty sure these are Heiko, made in Germany. And these were, I guess, part of a toolkit from Mercedes-Benz. You see like a Mercedes symbol there? It's kind of a slip joint style pliers. They don't seem like the greatest pliers either, but I just, for that kind of interesting fact there, that it's a Heiko Mercedes tool. What else? Here's another pair of speaking of automotive toolkits. Here's a Toyota slip joint pliers that I found, maybe for like $2. Japan, Toyota. I think a few months ago I ran into a Nissan ones like this. It said Nissan Japan. It's cool. I like different styles and makes of slip joints. And here's another slip joint. No idea who made this. I do have an idea who made this, but no makers on this, no makers marks on this, but I'm thinking this is German. I think the grips, those kind of honeycombs pattern there, I think that's kind of a German thing. They're pretty good, pretty beefy. the garage sale, I found this knife. A rusty old Dexter 1375 in pretty bad shape, but I like these carbon steel knives. They sharpen up pretty good. I think at that same, let me put this aside so I won't lose parts on that. At the same garage sale, I found, where is it? Oh, here it is. A set of, kind of a set, I think I found 3 SK Electrolyte wrenches. I don't really see them that often. These electrolytes, SK Electrolytes, forged in USA, alloy, and SK Electrolyte. This half and 9/16. This one is, I guess, from the same set. 1/4, 5/16, smaller one, SK Electrolyte, and a bigger rusted one, SK Electrolyte. This is 3/4 and 5/8. Kind of cool. What else? Oh, at the place where I found the Craftsman screwdriver, I found this. The guy wanted 6 for it. I think I offered him 3 and he took it. It's an old Craftsman. You see the old style of lettering there with the C with the underline all across the Craftsman. Vanadium 15/16 and 1 inch. And it says forged in USA. Kind of cool, that old Craftsman. I looked it up on Alloy Artifacts. I think those old Craftsmans were probably made like by billing. So, and at a garage sale, what else? I found this, looks like homemade or shop made screwdriver. It's got this big giant like aluminum handle and this smaller kind of thinnish style tip. I thought it was cool, and I kind of dig like these homemade tools. If it is homemade, I could be wrong, but this doesn't look like it was retail or ever offered. I never seen one like that. And here's a Japanese ratchet. Wrench. And this one's from a company called Award. Never heard of them. It's 8 3/8 and 7/16. Kind of picked that up because I never heard of that company. And I was like stuff that is kind of off the wall. And what we have here, this is an SK Wayne. SK Wayne 9/16 socket. 3/8. Guess I just picked that up because I kind of like SK for the most part. Yeah, I say I dig SK. Here's a VA. This is a Torx. This is a Torx T15. Looks the tip. Sometimes I buy tools and I'm not even. I just see the markings and I don't see the condition, or I ignore the condition. This one looks like it's still usable, but looks like it's seen better days. The tip looks a little bit, it might work, but doesn't look great. I think I paid $1 for that. I like this company. I had one good screwdriver before I was into tools, I guess in my late teens, early 20s. I had one good screwdriver. I think I got it from my brother. And it was VA. And that was like my go-to screwdriver. What's in here? Here's another one. I think I went retail. I found this. It's a Fairmont, Cleveland. And I don't think they were known for making slip joints. I think they did they did supply slip joints in their toolkits, like their car toolkits. But I don't think that slip joints was their thing. And this is kind of a long one too. It's kind of, I would say, an 8-inch slip joint. Fairmont. And what else? I think retail in a bag. I think with that Mercedes plier was this ideal screwdriver. Shatterproof. Don't know much about Ideal. Seems like a good quality screwdriver. Doesn't say made in the USA or anything, but it came along with what I wanted, so. And what's in here? Let me get to this. Here's a set of pliers. This is old Utica number 50 style pliers, in pretty good shape. Has a little bit of pitting on it. These from the markings, I go every time I go to Alloy Artifacts to check stuff out, and supposedly these are probably from the 20s or early 30s. From the markings, the Utica 3 diamonds. Excuse me. On the front with the number, supposedly it's from the 20s. And what else was in here? And I went to one garage sale, and everything in this bag was $1 each. And but nothing vintage. Just these were kind of more modern tools. I guess they wanted to get rid of them. This is a Cobalt adjustable 10-inch with the plastic grips, and a Cobalt 6-inch with the plastic grips. These were kind of interesting because they have this screw there that you can take them apart, as opposed to most adjustables nowadays, especially made in China ones, that you can't take them apart. They just have a pin, and they pin the pin in, and that's it. And you can't really unscrew it. And here's a pair of Huskies, 8 inches, and this one also has a screw that you can take apart. The quality of these, okay, not the greatest. I wouldn't compare this. I wouldn't compare them to some of the best or the better adjustables from way back when. Crescent or those early Crescents. No. This is what you get now. You get stuff like this now, and it's good enough, but it's not the greatest. And also this Bav Sound, never heard of them. This ratchet was $1 also. 3/8 quick release, round head. Don't know anything. It looks like it's made in Taiwan, but as far as the company, I don't know. And here was this other ratchet. This one's more, I guess, a little bit better. It's a USA Cobalt 1/4 inch. I have a couple of these. I like that they put USA on it twice, on this side and this side. This is a Danaher made USA around the time, I guess, they were still making Craftsman Danaher. It's pretty much the same mechanism as those Craftsmans. the last American-made Craftsman. Here's a vice grip, kind of like Cobra style, I guess, but a little bit different in the way it engages, but has the button. That was $1, and I think I picked this up retail because they had nothing else, and I gotta stop that. I think this week I saw something at retail and they had nothing else, and I was like, I should get that. And then I was like, no, I don't really need that, so I'm not getting it. And I didn't get it. So I guess I'm starting to learn my lesson. But this is a Craftsman USA 11/16 and 13/16 box wrench. I probably have this somewhere already, but it was like $1. It was half price, $1.50. So I picked this up. And here's a Barcalo wrench. And Barcalo, I like Barcalo because they always had like different stuff, like different ways of doing things and looks. Here's an old Barcalo Buffalo USA. I like the way they did this, the boxes here, this pattern of style wrench. It looks pretty cool and different. This is a 5/8 and a 3/4 on this side, and there's the back. Looks like it's pretty rusty, but it's pretty old, and that design I thought was pretty cool. And what's left? Here's a diamond slip joint. Picked that up. I probably have one of these already, but I don't know. I like picking up slip joints, and especially diamonds or nice American-made ones. If they're cheap, if they're like a couple of dollars, I pick them up. And here's an interesting one. This I think I got these with those SK. My throat is pretty bad. Those SK electrolytes. I think I found this also with them. It's an old Fleet. See here, Fleet wrench. But if you know Proto and Plomb, you can tell right off the bat this is a Proto wrench. Just from the fonts, the manufactured, and the numbers. The way they write the numbers and everything, it's a dead giveaway. This is Fleet, and Fleet was a Proto brand back in the day. And here's a Stanley, I think. Stanley, made in USA. Nail set. Picked that up for $1 because I'm always needing punches, and so if I see them cheap, and they're not cheap retail anymore, even at Harbor Freight, like they sell a couple of punches for like $10. So if you can pick up a good USA made one for $1, it's a good bargain. And here's another kind of Yankee screwdriver, Stanley Handyman, number 133H. And I know you're probably saying, oh, he's starting a collection of Yankee screwdrivers now. I hope not. I got enough collections of everything else. And last but not least, I found this pretty decent size 1-inch combo wrench. And you guys probably can tell this is a Plomb. A Plomb combo 1-inch. I paid like $3 for this. But this is like one of my favorite designs and embellishments is the old Plomb pebbled style of engraving or forging, and the letters I always thought were out of sight. I always liked these letters. I can imagine back in the 40s, these letters must have been really like kind of futuristic. To me, they look, even now, they look kind of look futuristic. And this is a 1232 USA MFD USA 1-inch. And always nice to find these Plombs. And this is pretty long, and they pebbled it all the way down. See that? See how cool that is? See, they did the long pebbling job on that one. And one more thing. Just before, I think this will probably be the last thing. I found this old Craftsman ratchet. I think I paid like 50 cents for it. This is the old, what they call these, with the long overhanging switch. It kind of slips my mind. These didn't last long. These were the ones just before the Flying V's, back in like the early 60s, late 50s. They came out with this, but soon they discovered that these switches were too long and overhanging, and you see how they're all damaged. And most of the ones I ever find have switches like this that are kind of damaged and bent because they stick out far. And what happens with tools? They fall. You put them in with other tools and you throw stuff on top of them, and pretty soon this is what happens. And it didn't last long. This style of ratchet, or the switch, didn't last long. And they went to the Flying V style. But I found this one, and it had tape around it, the switch, and I'm like, oh, okay, what's wrong with that one? And apparently the clip, or the the snap ring, was missing. So whoever had this, they just put some tape around it, and left it at that. Didn't even bother taking it to see. As you can see, it's pretty bad shape. Just needs a good cleaning. Yeah, needs a good cleaning. And I don't think I have extra snap rings, so I don't know. I'll probably just put this away and leave it alone. Not that I'm gonna put this to work or anything, but kind of interesting. I think I have a couple of these, or I do have at least one other with this style of switch. And yeah, these are from I think the late 50s, early 60s. Didn't last long, like I said, maybe a year or two, and then they went over. I guess they were having too many problems with the switch. They went over to the Flying V switch. And this is way before the quick release, so you see there's no quick release on there. Okay, guys, that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's getting kind of cold over here, and I think the garage sales are kind of drying up. So you might see some tool hauls less frequently than during the summer. But yeah, that's what I got. All right, guys, until next time.